Oh, gosh. What a day.
확인할 수 있네. 뭐야? 그냥 절에 보여주고 끝임?
I hope Oscar's okay, wherever he is. I'm not abandoning him. I just need to find him.
따로 뭐 대본은 없고 그냥 여간 게스트하우스만 보여주네요. 자러 가기 전에 새로 알게 된 것들을 컴퓨터에서 검색하기.
Closed. It's late. Frau Wagner must have gone to bed.
I beg you, Kate, please come back and say goodbye to your mother. Call me so we can organize your return in the best conditions possible. Call me for the sake of what's left of our friendship.
There's no point. It's too late, Olivia.
자러 갑시다. 뭐 왔는데요? 우편물이? 검시관 공지?
Vaughan Institute for Forensic Science and Medicine. Charming.
바겐 과학수사기관이 보냈다.
Colonel Blake.
블레이크 대령한테 왔다. 내 거 아니겠지?
Do not disturb. Well, all right then.
설마 자는 것도 보여주나? 어? 1983년? 미국 뉴저지.
Is that you, Katie?
Yes, Mom! I mean, who else can it be? Looks like Mom's friends came over again last night. She's been seeing them a lot since what happened to Dad. Maybe too much. Another letter for Dad.
리처드 워커.
Last time it took Mom days to find the strength to open it.
리처드 작업허 가서? 뭔 일 났나? 이것만 색깔이 유독 다른데. 할머니와 할아버지의 선물.
Grandpa and Grandma from New York gave it to me for my last birthday. I really ought to read it, or at least dog-ear the pages so it looks like I did.
진짜 읽던지 읽은 척이래. 할머니와 할아버지의 편지. 사랑하는 우리 딸 사라에게. 리처드에게 일어난 일은 정말 유감이구나. 우리 딸 사라. 우린 네가 걱정스럽단다. 다 자란 어른이어도 너는 우리 딸이잖아. 우린 너와 함께하는 걸 간절히 꿈꿨었지. 넌 기적같은 아이였어. 벌써 다 커서 딸이 있는 어머니가 되었지만 네가 고생하는 걸 보니 마음이 아프구나. 너는 언제나 우리의 자랑이자 기쁨이야. 사라, 꼭 기억하렴. 네가 필요할 때면 항상 우리가 곁에 있을 거야. 사라, 숨쉬는 동안 늘 너를 위해 있어줄 거란다. 네 생일이 있는 봄에는 무슨 일이 있어도 너와 함께 있을 생각이다. 네가 마음을 추스릴 때까지 우리와 함께 지내고 싶다면 말해주렴. 잭 로빈슨에게 전해주면 우리가 바로 달려갈게. 우리의 깊은 사랑을 담아. 엄마와 아빠.
The piano that Mom ordered will soon be here. Couldn't bring myself to tell her that I wanted a drum kit instead.
엄마가 주문한 피아노. 피아노를 주문했네. 얼마죠? 83년 11월 5일이죠 이게. 얼마인지는 안 나오네. 나오는데 내가 어디 있는지 모르는 건가? 무슨 약인가 보다.
Mom bought those again.
엄마를 편하게 해드리기 위해.
Mom bought those again.
사라 필리스.
Wow. I hope I get to travel around the world too when I grow up.
옛날부터 사라는 좀 여행가를 꿈꿨던 걸지도 몰라. 아, 사라가 아니라 케이트. 사라는 케이트 엄마지. 해변가에 집이 있었네요. 집 치고는 또 꽤 큰데요.
Oh, hello, Munchkin.
Hey, Mom.
Is everything okay, Katie?
아빠가 죽었나 봐.
We haven't seen Grandpa and Grandma for a long time. Mom says they'll probably come over from New York on her birthday.
여기가 뉴욕이야? 아빠의 인물 사진. 뮤직 박스는 어디 있는 거야?
How are you doing with your homework, Munchkin?
뮤직박스가 설마 이거? 이건가? 이거네. 탐색을 계속 할 수도 있네요. 이건 뭔데? 저 멀리 있네. 봤던 거잖아. 방금 보니까 올라갈 수도 있는 것 같던데. 올라가기
Come
뭐야?
on, I've been cooped up in my room for hours. Jeez, pulling my hair out trying to figure out the math problem Miss Wormwood gave us. I deserve a break, right?
그럼 다 봤으니까 이제 가져가면 되겠네요.
You forgot your music box.
Be careful with that, please, Munchkin.
Where'd this come from?
I already told you. Your grandma and grandpa gave it to me when I was little.
Doesn't look like it's from New York, though.
I don't know. Must have been in the family forever.
I just love it.
You've always liked it. Ever since you were little.
Will you give it to me when I'm big?
Maybe, if you're a good girl, when I get old.
So when will that be then?
Later, Katie.
But when?
In a very, very long time, I guess. When I'll be gone.
내가 좋고 말이. 헐.
Dear Kate, wherever you are now, despite the sad news it contains, I hope this letter reaches you in time.
Oh, give it a rest, Olivia.
Dear Kate, wherever you are now, despite the sad news it contains, I hope this letter reaches you in time.
Oh, give it a rest, Olivia. Ah, what the hell? You want me to call you Olivia? Fine. I've survived worse criticism.
사이다치님 안녕하세요.
Who do you think you are, Olivia Foster? It's easy to judge and lecture me from New York. You know nothing about what I've gone through, of what I've had to endure since leaving Hans. Don't know why I should be so nervous about making a simple phone call. I mean, hey, I've crossed Europe, been in all sorts of danger, and yet look at me here. I'm worrying about talking to my former best friend. Oh, and I think I used to spend my life on the phone gossiping with her. So what do I risk? Criticism? The one who missed her mother's funeral because she was breaking rocks at the bottom of a mine. In any case, Olivia hasn't stopped criticizing me ever since I left Valladolid on Hans Vorarlberg's train. I'm the one who should be criticizing her. I mean, come on. Isn't she the one who took advantage of my absence to get her hooks into Dan? Now look at me, mulling over old grudges. That's exactly what I wanted to escape from when I decided to go with Hans in his train to Siberia. And then there was the departure with the Yukon tribe, their seasonal migration. Come on, Kate, for Christ's sake, stop procrastinating. Just make the darn call and get it over with.
Hello? Hello? Mr. Canton, is that you? Who's there, please?
Got your letter, Olivia.
Kate, I sent it 2 years ago.
I know, things have been complicated.
Complicated. I see. And so when are you coming back to New York? You know, to visit your mother's grave?
You know I can't come back, Olivia. I'm still wanted by the police over the sale of the Vorarlberg factory.
Oh, I haven't forgotten, believe me. If only you knew how much the accusations hurt your mother. Visits from the police, the requisitions, and just when she was diagnosed, too. And yet the poor woman never stopped hoping that her daughter would come back one day. Or at least call to help her in her final days.
I'm calling precisely because I do care. It's just that ever since Katyusha's death and escaping from the mine, well, things have been, complicated. And then there's the woman in the painting, Dana.
What are you talking about, Kate? Just listen to yourself. None of what you're saying makes any sense.
Olivia, please.
Kate, Okay, listen to me. I thought you had plenty of time to think about how you abandoned all of us. Me, your mother, Dan, or even that poor Mr. Canton. And maybe felt at least some remorse. But I guess I was dreaming. All you do is keep chasing castles in the sky and ignore those who care about you.
Are you done?
Oh, Kate, I should have known. And I should never have asked you to call me. Goodbye, Kate. I hope you find whatever it is you've been looking for these past 3 years. One thing's for sure, though. You wanted to be alone, and that's how you're gonna stay.
Okay, let's go, kiddo. Another day, another page. A new day in Vaughan. I must take the tram to that music academy where Dana Rose was a student in the 1930s. With a bit of luck, they'll have kept her records.
Oh, hello, Miss... Ah, Miss Walker. Did you sleep all right?
Fine, thanks.
Now, is there anything you need?
음악 아카데미.
I'd like to go to the music academy. Can you tell me how to get there?
You just need to take the tram northbound to the musical square.
Is there anything I should know about the academy?
To tell the truth, it's a little glum nowadays. Especially when you think it was once the jewel of the town, where students came from all over the world to perform on the musical square, you know. Pity. It's since lost its panache of old through lack of students and means.
이런 것들은 다 물어본 것 아닌가?
Everything seems to link the person I'm looking for with the Second World War and the rise of the Brown Shadow.
Terrible times were those, my dear. Especially when Vaughan was occupied after the annexation of Ostertal. Thank God I was born just after the liberation.
I see. But I guess you had to grow up with the after effects of those events.
Oh yes, dear. There was a kind of conspiracy of silence where everyone suspected each other, even their close friends. Did any of them collaborate with the enemy? And if so, was it through like-mindedness or simple cowardice? Were they responsible in one way or another for the arrest or death of a family member?
I must have been awful.
A terrible time, really.
Well, the person I'm looking for is from the same generation.
You'll just have to hope she managed to survive the madness then.
대피소도 물어볼 수 있네요.
I went to the Zilberspiegel Refuge yesterday. Oh, magnificent.
I won't disagree with that, Miss Walker. Those mountains are the pride of the town, just like old Lenny.
Lenny is highly respected in Vaughan because she was a resistance fighter during World War II, right? Well, I heard about it when I was at the refuge.
Lenny Renner might be a grumpy old spinster, but to us she's still a heroine. Pity the same can't be said of her father, though. Still, everyone has their cross to bear, as they say.
What do you mean?
No point gossip-mongering. The war was a dark time in Vaughan for everyone, see? Best not stir up old memories.
Well, I guess I should get going. Thank you for your time, Frau Wagner.
Feel free to ask if you have any more questions.
바그너가 케이트를 진짜 좋아한다. 가겐 음악 강좌. 아카데미로 가기 전에 4명 고찰을 해라? 이 길 비슷하네. 다나로즈가 내렸던 그 길이랑 비슷해. 게임 극초반부에. 프레스 소식들이 있나 보네요. 다나로즈가 이니셜을 새겼던 그 가게에 그대로 이니셜이 있을라나? 와, 음악광장 스케일 봐.
Don't do that. Stop it.
오스카 아니야?
Oh dear. Help! Help! Someone! Help! Put me down!
Oscar? Bet you can't catch it! Don't you dare! Put it down! Right now!
All right then.
Oscar! Are you all right?
I had a bit of a bumpy ride, but I am glad to see you, Kate Walker.
Oscar? Oh, I've missed you so much.
I say, this display of emotion is most unreasonable, Kate Walker. I do hope you don't plan such profusion every time I change bodies.
It's just that I've been worrying about you. Where were you, Oscar?
Well, the mechanical instinct of my host took me for a ride, all across town. It took me the whole night to tame it, and that's when I bumped into those little rascals.
Yeah, lucky I was in the area, huh?
Quite. So, Kate Walker, what has happened since we parted at the Balaton River?
Maybe we should just sit down for a second, Oscar. This might take a while.
여기서 오스카를 갑자기 만나서 이렇게 되는구나.
And that's when Demoiselle Lenny gave me the address of the music academy in this neighborhood.
I see, Kate Walker.
내가 미쳤다고 생각하겠지만 이제 가자 이렇게 있네. 이건 뭐지? 무슨 말 하려나?
You must think I'm crazy, huh? Running after that girl, Dana, who must have died ages ago.
Well, Kate Walker, you know I have difficulty understanding illogical thought patterns. But in the end, what I do understand is that you need to find her. Is that correct, Kate Walker?
Yes, that is correct, Oscar. I'm glad you're taking it so well.
I don't see any fundamental difference between crossing Europe in search of mammoths, traveling on ostriches in an irradiated zone, or following your double. These are not things an automaton such as I take into consideration.
Any other thoughts, Oscar?
Well, I guess I could ask you where we are heading, but truth be told, it doesn't really matter. I will follow you wherever you lead, and for as long as you require my services, Kate Walker. That's what an automaton does.
Thank you, Oscar.
Oh dear, I hope you're not going to become physical, are you?
No, I was just going to give you a pat on the back.
I would rather you refrain from having such thoughts. I am not a dog, you know. Whatever next?
Anyway, we'd better get going, Oscar, and you'd better keep out of sight.
Oh dear, I don't suppose I have any choice.
왜 아르마딜로가 됐지? 하필? 오스카 마크 3?
I'm so glad he's back.
가장 믿음직스러운 동반자.
I'm so glad he's back.
빙글빙글 돌릴 수 있어요.
Would you mind using a bigger bag in the future? Is it really necessary for me to be shut up in here, Kate Walker?
Sorry, Oscar, but I don't want to run the risk of losing you again. Victims of the genocide committed by the fascists during the Second World War. Oh, so many deaths. I hope Dana made it through.
이름에 다나가 있는지 확인해 볼 필요는 없네요. 다행입니다. 이 근처 가게지 싶은데. 이거다. 이건가 보다. 오! 다나로즈. 알고 놀라는 걸까? 버벅이나? 방송 버벅이나요? 괜찮은 것 같네요. 휴대폰으로 나오는 화면은. 그대로 일어서 하겠습니다. 여기가 음악 광장이군요. 여기서 근데 뭘 확인해야 되는 거지? 가게에 들어갈 수도 있네. 내면 고찰도 할 수 있어요.
That brand was everywhere in New York when I left. And now they've even got branches here. That brand was everywhere in New York when I left. And now they've even got branches here.
커피집이야? 커피 살 돈 있나?
Guten Tag.
Guten Tag.
Guten Tag, Fräulein. What can I do for you?
How come the square is so well known?
Because of the mechanical orchestra there. It used to be quite the attraction. Every year, the Academy's best student would play along with it, as did renowned musicians from around the world.
Oh, that sounds intriguing. Is it scheduled to play today?
I'm afraid not. Several years back, the town council discussed computerizing it. But the plan never went through, and no one has ever heard its music since.
There are a lot of tourists on the square.
Indeed. It attracts thousands of customers every year. A veritable boon for us retail shops.
And for the people of the town, too?
I wouldn't know about that. I live on the outskirts, as do most of the people. What with the rents being as high as they are here, you know?
Do you know anything about the Wagen Music Academy?
It's the large building across the square there. Used to be quite renowned worldwide, actually.
But not anymore?
Well, from what I gather, hardly anyone studies there nowadays. I wouldn't be surprised if it were closed.
Well, what happened?
Budget cuts from the town council, I guess. The academy can't be very lucrative.
I see. Thank you. I should go now.
Auf Wiedersehen, Fräulein. Come back again.
후텐탁. 이달의 직원 조슈아 덴케. 성과와 노고를 치하하며. 시상자 해리 버켄바우어. 지역관리자. 그래서 친절했나? 손님이 있는 거야 없는 거야? 아, 한 명 있네.
An automaton musician. Looks exactly like Hans's style, like at Bohogstadt.
눈부셔. 케이트가 사람 많은 곳 왔다 갔다 하니까 신기하다 뭔가.
Wow. Pity I don't have time for some sightseeing.
야, 모델링 잘했다. 진짜 어떻게 꾸몄냐 이거. 여기라는 소린데 내면 고찰을 어디서 하지? 여기 올라갈 수 있나? 여기서 내면 고찰하나? 일단 음악 아카데미 위치는 알았으니까요. 여기서 고찰할 수 있네. 이것도 뭐 해야 되나 보다.
Strange.
뭐가 이상해? 뭐 하긴 해야 되나 보네. 시의회 공지. 음악 광장의 기계 오케스트라는 곧 컴퓨터화가 진행될 예정이므로 이후 공지가 있기 전까지는 피아노 연주를 언급합니다. 2005년 9월 바겐 시의회. 고찰.
I only know Dana as a waitress at the refuge, and yet everything seems to fit with her here. Not hard to imagine her coming here to the music academy to study. And who knows, maybe Leon waited for her outside one day as a surprise after returning from his Baltayar expedition.
처음에 다나로즈랑 그 누구고 그 탐험가 방금 그 나온 남자 있잖아요. 그 둘이 막 끌어안고 막 그럴 때는 살짝 좀 눈에 가시였는데, 근데 계속 게임 진행하면서 둘이서 있는 거 보니까 또 나름 잘 어울려. 잘 되는 방향으로 갔으면 좋겠다.